I have a theory about what's really going on these days, and it has nothing to do with CERN or any such lame duck BS. It deals mainly with the evolution of our species, or the forced evolution. In the years leading up to the big Mandela effect explosion, a realization kept popping up for me about what seeing fourth dimensionally might look like. I kept envisioning a scenario much like astral projection, except it was more like an inward projection, almost like an implosion. It would take me to a place where I could see my entire life, from birth to death, stretched out like a giant worm of timeless existence. It was always just an interesting idea, and I left it at that, but it kind of made me wonder if there weren't already intelligences with these abilities. Like maybe ghosts, shadow people like the Hat Man, jinn, angels, demons, etc., etc. And now on the cosmology side, we're seeing these phantom planets causing gravitational anomalies, and that makes me wonder about black holes. When describing what a 3D object would look like in a 2D world, they say that a 2D creature would see it pop into existence, grow, shrink, and then disappear. That's kind of like our perception with black holes. We see things go in and just disappear. And also these shadow people. Maybe to be fourth dimensional is to be a dark mass shadow. And maybe in order to make the transition from 3D to 4D, you must traverse dimensional timelines. Maybe Mandela effect changes are the 4D being's way of helping us along. If my vision of 4D reasoning is correct, it might very well be us affecting ourselves from outside of time. These are the subjects I really hope to delve into in my book series, Chaos Watch. No one would probably put that together from reading the first book, because in the first one, I'm mainly just introducing characters and concepts. Each book is told from the same character, but in a different dimension, and how they're polarized to make certain decisions in that dimension and react in a certain way. And then each are introduced to the devices and eventually end up in the hero's dimension to effect an interplay, causing interesting dynamics which bring on either their deaths or another dramatic conclusion. Where the devices came from is one of the big mysteries that won't be solved until the very end. But in writing this book series, I've been noticing more and more similarities pop up in real life. For example, a bunch of new time travel TV shows have popped up, and one in particular has shown to be significant. A series called Timeless, where the main bad guy is trying to take over from a secret organization called Rittenhouse. And they don't act like it's a single person, it's a they, which is the plot to book 4 in my series. Now, this in itself could be mere coincidence, but of course there's more. At first, when it came out, I wasn't going to watch it. They were going straight for large historical events, and I didn't feel it like that was a wise decision when using time travel as a plot device. But one night I decided to give it a shot. I got deja vu almost immediately and kept hearing my name repeated. I later found out it was episode 13, which is a number of great significance in my series. But anyway, I couldn't shake that deja vu feeling. It just kept going. If you ever had deja vu, then you probably only had it for a few seconds, and that's normal. But it just wouldn't go away. Everything I did, everything I watched, listened to, everything was strangely familiar in an almost unsettling way. I ended up having that deja vu for 5 days straight. It was brutal. I truly thought I lost my mind. So that brings me to my original subject. What is really going on? I think we're grooming ourselves from outside of time and construct to take the next evolutionary step. The synchronicities and contradictions to the natural order are wake up calls to our most primal processes. My advice: look into cognitive dissonance. Try not to freak out, or do whatever feels right is probably right. Whatever feels right is probably needed for your expansion. Just don't take mood stabilizers if you never have before. Last thing you need is to become a zombie during the apocalypse.